Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So as you may know, a while ago I finished my first year of university, and for today's video I wanted to share some of the most important things I've learned this year. These are all things I wish I knew before I started, and I hope these reminders can be helpful for some of you as well, regardless of whether you're starting university this year or not. I really hope you'll enjoy this video, as the message I'll be sharing is both quite personal and also really important to me, so let us begin. When I started my first year, I had this huge expensive planner with a detailed page for each day, and I used stickers, additional to-do lists, and everything to help me stay as organized as possible. But as the year has gone by, I've found that planning as simple as possible is actually what helps me the most. While a detailed daily planner may be the best option for some people, for me just using a simple planner and only writing the essentials is enough. I've also found that planning in a simple way takes away a lot of stress and actually makes planning more enjoyable for me. A lot of the time, I also just use to-do lists in the note-taking app on my phone, so I don't have to worry about bringing my planner with me. Planning looks different for everyone, so it's important to find a way of planning that is both effective and enjoyable for you. When it comes to getting as much out of your lectures as possible, what has helped me is to prepare in advance. It doesn't have to be much, but I just get so much more out of my lectures if I've read through the material and taken some notes in the margins. I also made questions when reading if there was something I didn't quite understand, so that during the lectures I knew when I needed to pay extra attention and what to ask the professor during the breaks. I've also learned that the lectures also simply become more enjoyable when you've studied a bit in advance, as you don't constantly feel overwhelmed by new information. If I have to choose one thing that is the most important thing I've learned this year, it's probably the importance of asking for help when you need it. For some reason, this has always been pretty hard for me. I keep thinking that there's always someone who needs help more than I do, or that I'm gonna ask a dumb question. But this year, and particularly this last semester, my goal was to challenge myself to be better at asking for help when I need it. The most important thing I can say is you're not a burden for asking for help. I've told myself this practically every day and probably will keep doing that, but it is true, and things get so much easier when you ask for help, whether that is from a professor, a teaching assistant, or your friends and family. It's sort of a cliche, but as long as your questions are related to the subject, then there really is no such thing as a stupid question. And asking for help does not mean that you're dumb. It simply shows that you're willing to learn and improve, and that is a very smart and brave thing to do, in my opinion. Something else I've learned is that you do not need fancy or expensive stationery items in order to take good notes. Honestly, the only things you need in order to take good notes are a pen and a piece of paper. Surely using colored pens, brush pens, stickers, and so on may make the note-taking process more enjoyable, and if you are a visual learner, then it may in fact help you learn the information better. But for me, taking simple notes only using a few stationery items works the best. I've learned that when you stop worrying about your notes looking neat or pretty enough, note-taking feels much less stressful, and you can fully focus on what note-taking should only be about, which is to help you with your studies. This last semester, I've used one pen and a cheap pack of highlighters when needed, and my notes are more than good enough. As long as your notes help you with your studies, you shouldn't have to worry about what they look like. Another important thing I've learned is the importance of taking breaks and taking time off when needed. No one is productive all the time, and if you try to be just that, you'll eventually find yourself too tired to do anything. When I take breaks from time to time on long study days, I work much better and don't get tired that easily. And I've also learned the importance of simply taking a day off when you need to. It is totally fine not to go to every single lecture, and sometimes the best thing you can do to yourself is to take a day off to de-stress and unwind. I think a lot of students are a bit too good at pushing themselves too hard, and it is so important to listen to your body and take time off to avoid being burned out. I've also learned about the importance of teamwork. Even though you and your classmates attend the same lectures and do the same assignments, you remember different things, and by working together in groups, you all benefit from each other's knowledge and help each other understand. I myself learn a lot from explaining concepts to someone else, but I also learn from discussing it with someone and hearing other people explain it. Assignments, lectures, exam revision, everything gets easier when you work on it together with someone, so the importance of teamwork is one of the most important things I've learned this year. Another thing I've learned is how much the environment you're in impacts how well you're able to work and concentrate. In the beginning of the year, I used to study in the reading halls at university, but it turned out that being in such a quiet environment just didn't fit me. Honestly, it just stressed me out more than it helped me focus. So this year, I tried out different studying environments, and after trying and failing, I found my perfect study spot, which was actually in the fairly busy common areas. But it turned out that the background noise and the ability to talk to my friends whenever I wanted was just the thing I needed in order to do my best. So it is definitely important to find out which environment is best for you and just keep trying different spots until you find your perfect place, whether that is in the library, the cafeteria, common areas, or even at home. Last but not least, I've learned the importance of treating myself and practicing self-care, whether that means bringing a piece of chocolate to your exams, if you're allowed food that is, taking an early night to watch a movie with friends instead of cramming for an exam, or simply taking some time off to enjoy a cup of hot chocolate while reading a book. It is so important to reward yourself after you've been working hard. You should always treat yourself with kindness and be nice to yourself even when you feel like you haven't been as productive as you had hoped for or done everything on your to-do list. Being a student is hard work, and you deserve to relax and unwind when you're feeling stressed or tired. And if you take some time to treat yourself once in a while, you're definitely going to feel a lot better in the long run. So these are all some of the most important things I've learned this year, and I hope that hearing about my experience can be helpful for some of you as well. I wish you all the best, and I will see you soon with another video.